It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the New York Giants and the Seattle Seahawks on Thursday night.
It's a stadium known for its design, its noise, and a fan base so passionate. Brock, you know this firsthand. They've retired a jersey number for them. Welcome, everybody, to Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Welcome in, everyone. Kate, Scott, Brock Hewitt on the call for you for this one. And I'm sure a lot of people in attendance and watching from home, Brock, they've already got the winner made up in their mind. But I'll tell you one thing, we've got a sideline down there ready to dispel that eye test.
Well, all that talk before the game is just that talk. You can look at past performance, you can look at metrics, you can spin any numbers you want. But we're about ready to kick this thing off, and from there, it's anybody's game.
Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And we're underway from Seattle. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. They're led out by someone amidst their second act as an NFL QB. He was a second-rounder back in 2013, Geno Smith.
When Geno Smith won Comeback Player of the Year, it was really hard to find another comp. You know, the NFL, we love to always compare and contrast guys from different eras or project them moving forward. But there just were not many stories like Geno Smith, who just waited and persevered a decade in the NFL before he flourished. But what came to life finally was just the arm strength, the accuracy, the playmaking ability that was there at West Virginia, and it just took some time and maybe a little love from Pete Carroll at that time to really elevate his confidence and elevate his game.
It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that, actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Taken in by Noah Fant. He's got a gain of 6 there. Drew Phillips making the tackle.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Pickup of 5 on that play. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
First down, Smith to throw. Into the hands of Tyler Lockett. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. So now, after the penalty, it's 1st and 15. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, it was bad enough that the previous run went backwards. You've got to have balance in this league. I mean, you really do. There's no chance offensively to find sustained success unless you present run and pass to a defense. And right now, this defense is owning your run game.
A play fake. Now Smith to throw. Pass complete to Walker.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Gotta figure out this third down here. Shotgun snap to Smith. Along the sideline, he brings it in. They say he got the feet down too. Excellent work. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Opening drive going according to plan. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. From the gun, Smith. A throw left side, caught by Smith and Jigba. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. And again, it's Smith. Completes a DK Metcalf. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll go with Walker on the counter. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Smith. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And he drives this forward to the 6. About 4 yards on that carry. It's going to be 2nd down for him.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Smith to the air now. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Seahawks finish up an excellent opening series. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba with a touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So the Giants out and getting set for their first drive. And leading them out in his 6th season in the league now is their quarterback.
Don't think for a second, Kate, he hasn't heard the noise. Read the comments from the keyboard warriors who say they just want somebody else leading this team. But let me let you in on a little secret. Those criticisms, they can fuel quarterbacks. Make that chip on the shoulder even bigger to prove people wrong and to show I really do belong in this league.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Locke looking to throw. He locates Daniel Bellinger. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. 7-0 is our score. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Taken in by Bellinger. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Throwing now off play action. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now it's 3rd and short.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
3rd down from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Lockdown. Connects with Slayton. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
On the handoff, this is Tracy. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Pickup of 2 here. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Seattle. The Giants, with some work to do, trailing in this game. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's Locke to the air. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down. Throwing from the gun here. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Giants earn the chance to tie it before halftime. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. But they couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants start off well to tie things 7-7. Gano ready to send this away. This return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Seahawks back on offense, led out by Geno Smith. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Smith on first down. He beams one deep right side. That's complete inside the 35. There it is, touchdown Seattle. The Seahawks get some late points and the lead. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Myers to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Brings in the kick at the 9. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. They've got a chance to tie this up here as they trail 14-7. They're out and set, 1st and 10. To throw, here's Locke. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brought down on the play by Uchenna Nwosu.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here. Pass cut by Tracy. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. The Giants using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Here's Locke. Gets this to Slayton. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Still sticking with the passing game. That pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They're set up at the 35 now. Throwing it again here. Hits his running back. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well, and it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They'll throw it again. Got it, man. Robinson has it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Graham Gano and the Giants field goal unit out. This from 40 on the right hash. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game. We've reached halftime from Seattle. It's the Seahawks leading in front of the home crowd. Now we'll jump from the West Coast to the East Coast, down to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by with our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports halftime report. Half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So to begin the third quarter, the New York offense returning to the field. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Lock to throw it. Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
A give to Tracy up the middle. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Second and 10 now. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he goes out a little short of the 40. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing his lock. That's caught for the first. And he's taken down at the 30. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action here. Brought in right side. And he gets him around 6 there. Tackle made by Ernest Jones.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
2nd and 4. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Tracy. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Giants take the lead right away in half number 2. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Gano for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants push their lead to 3. Gano ready to send this away. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Seahawks and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Smith to throw. Finds Smith in Jigba. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this Thursday night. It's the Seahawks. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap to Smith. Breaks the tackle, still going. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And they bring him down around the 34. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. It's Walker on the option. And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Out of the gun, here's Smith. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's 3rd down.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. He has the first over the middle. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Escapes the pocket. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Walker now from the gun. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. They don't go anywhere, and now it's 3rd and goal from the 3.
Well, now things get a little dicey for this offense. 1 down left before a big decision to make. Do you continue to try running it against a front that stopped you, or are you now forced to put the ball in the air?
Back to throw it. That one's incomplete in the end zone. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that forces them to 4th and goal. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact. The prospect of overtime now, Kate's right on the horizon thanks to that field goal. His mindset, though, well, it's the same as all his teammates out there who are about to take the field. Let's go get this ball back. Let's find a way to win this thing in regulation.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And look at this return. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Slot receiver headed left. Lock. Finds his target, Robinson. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Giants pushing to get within range for a game winner. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. From the 48. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And he gets it back. Oh, there's still a shot at the first.
You know what? Everybody on the field is going to make mistakes. The key is to clean that up as quickly as he can. Ball carrier loses possession, but he doesn't panic and lose composure. Instead, well, he hops on the ball and he saves the day.
Here he is to throw. And really, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. The Giants readying to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And it'll be Seahawks football. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Finds Bobo. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line. Walker hauls it in. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Now to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line. Setting up to pass. Pass complete to Walker. All right, so he stops the clock, but seconds still ran off on a gain of, only 3 or 4.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. He'll look to throw it. Oh, my goodness, it's intercepted. And the Giants get the football back on their own 47-yard line. Well, we all know, Brock, those slot guys start piling up receptions, and that makes them a priority target for the defense.
Yep.
They kept someone nearby, and they pick off that check down.
Yeah, if a play breaks down in today's football, like back in my day, last century, right, you checked down to the running back. That's not the case anymore. These slot receivers, well, they're as big a security blanket as running backs are, but the defenses, to your point, Kate, they figured it out too. And that defense, well, they didn't just figure it out in their head. They went out and executed with their bodies to take it away.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Back to throw. This finds Bellinger. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
All their timeouts left, but not much time itself. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tracy. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. The Giants using their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Here's Locke. Gets this to Slayton. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the first. Now with just 10 seconds left in our game, we've got a timeout. So everything comes down to this from Graham Gano. Now with just 10 seconds left in our game, we've got a timeout. Now it all comes down to the veteran, confidently marching out for this moment. From the right hash, a 49-yard look. That one is good! And that, folks, is your game winner!
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
Gano ready to send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So it's a win for the visiting Giants. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for Brock Eward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Giants as we say so long from Seattle.